Good morning, Facebook. Nicole here with Junk and Door Couture and more. And I saw a cute little ornament over on DIY Projects. Hold on, I wrote it down so I remember. Dollar Tree DIY Projects. A woman over there, Susan, she had posted a picture and gave written instructions on it. I saw it, I was like, well, that's so cute. And when I was in the store, I saw the ingredients. So I picked it up and I wanted to come and share it with you guys because I thought it was adorable. I did a little bit of prep, not much, but because, well, I always try to keep it short. I know that when I watch videos, I hate when I got to sit there for hours through something. So I do try to keep it quick, but really it was just a little bit of prep I did. I want to put the camera down, I'm going to show you what I'm working on, and let's get started from there. Oh, before I do that, let me show you real quick. Last night, if you watched me, I was doing a live video with, I did the pumpkins, and this was just a pair of pants that I wrapped around a Dollar Tree pumpkin. But the one that I forgot to do on the live was a sock pumpkin. And what I'm just going to explain it real quick because it's so simple, especially if you have any single or lonely tube socks. You just cut the toe off, you roll it up until it gets into just a roll, and then you cover it with the fabric, the same way I did with the pants. And then I just took the stem from one of the Walmart pumpkins that I had done in the topiary. From these two guys, and I just used that as the stem for that. So really cute, clever. You could use a stick, you could use a cinnamon stick, you could use it whatever you wanted. But I just thought that really did come out cute for a sock. Like, who would have thunk? All right, I'm going to go down to the Christmas ornament now, so I'm going to put the camera down and hold on. All right. Okay. So, I don't have one to show you finished, so I'm going to have to explain what it is as it's going to be a gumball machine. And what Susan did is they sell these at Walmart and at Dollar Tree. And they're just little mini solo cups. So what you do is you take one of your little mini solo cups. Not two, one. And then you're going to take, these are also from Dollar Tree. They are the little plastic ornaments, and there's 2 for $1. Now with these guys, you could also use the Mop and Glow and glitter. You could, there's other things you can do with it. And then I also did get from Walmart, they sell bags of the pom-poms. But I just bought these because these were the only ones that they had. They had the red and green. But this one had, like, I would prefer, I think, the pastel colors. But I don't like the fuzziness on those. But got to use what you got. So for this one, I'm just going to use the small red and white ones. I'm going to remove, pardon me. Just taking it off. And what we're going to do is we are going to just glue this onto the top of the cup here. And then the piece de resistance is little nuts that we're going to use on it. So let's go ahead and just glue this on. I'm just going to, she didn't specify what glue, but I'm using the DAP Rapid Fuse only because of the convenience of it. The stuff really does dry quickly. And I am getting low, but I do have a backup in case. All right, so I'm just going to set this up on here. You could use hot glue with this too, that would hold it, but I was trying to go with a cleaner look. Although I think that I might have to wait a second for that to harden, so while, because I think I put too much down there. And you know what? Let's do this too. I put too much for it to be rapid, so I'm just going to use a little bit of hot glue to try and hold it too. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm just noticing comments now. Good morning, guys. How are you? Good to see the finished pumpkins. Hi from San Antonio. Hello, San Antonio. All right. I might just have to restart on that. Hold on. We might make it second one. And for 22 cups for $1, like, that was fantastic. I bought the box of nuts. Now, apparently you can buy them at just 12, but no, I bought the 50 pack. But this was like $4 also. So it really is an inexpensive project. I'm sure you can find other things. Even like the little white styrofoam balls from Dollar Tree would work in there. But I did like the colors. And then we're just going to take one of the little washers. And I'm going to use a smaller amount of glue on this one. And you just simply... Okay, I guess a little harder than that. Got to give it a chance to set. Good morning, Mom. The one that's calling me Sunshine is my mom. Sunshine is my middle name, and that is really my legal middle name. Born and raised. Alright, I might have to use the hot glue, because this just isn't setting up fast at all. Alright, so now we know, don't use that on this unless it's... It could be that that's just old, I don't know. Stuff that happens when you're live. I'm just going to leave it there and see if it dries. Actually, let's leave it like that. And I'm going to just do one with hot glue. Yeah, that ain't working. So hot glue it is. See, aren't you glad you watch? You get to learn from my mistakes. God bless hot glue. I'm just trying to get it on there straight. And I'm going to squeeze that down. Yeah, hot glue was the answer for that, because that went on there no problem. Okay, so let's fill up the other ball then, since this guy's just doing his thing drying over there. Move him. I got the DAP glue on my hands. Alright, let's see. I need a little container to drop these guys in. I'm looking for something that I can put the extra balls in around me. Alright, here we go. I just want the little ones, so I don't need all these big ones. So I'm just trying to get them out of my way. Okay. Let's pop this off. Thank you. And I'm just going to put the lid on it, because otherwise I'm going to have it stuck to my desk. And I am making mini gumball machines. This was an idea I saw over on another group, the Dollar Tree DIY projects. And what you're doing is taking little mini clear ornaments from Dollar Tree. They come 2 for $1. And I'm filling it up with some filler from Walmart, but I haven't checked Hobby Lobby or Michael's or Joann's to see what kind of filler options they have. I was just at Walmart, saw this, and I was like, alright, this will work. And specifically, I don't like this pom-pom because they're fuzzy, and gumballs shouldn't be fuzzy, but you know. Sure. This is fun to watch, isn't it, guys? I'm just dumping them out because I gotta shove the bigger ones into there to make it fit. Sorry, that's why I tried to have the other one set up, because I know that's not fun to watch. I actually kind of like the medium-sized ones better than the little ones. So that's another thing I'll have to keep in mind when I go looking at the pom-pom fillers. I think I would prefer all medium-sized, non-fuzzy, bright-colored. Okay, let me just get these out of my way. I'm going to need you. All right. Ah, seriously, Nicole? Klutz, I am. I'm just a klutz. My world is fun. Okay, so I'm going to take this guy. I'm removing him off. And I'm going to get him back in there. Always be careful with the little cap part, because if they bend, it's really difficult. That went on unusually simple for me. That never happens. Oh, did the hot glue? Alright, hot glue fell off. Let's see. I have crazy glue. Shall we try some crazy glue on it? I got a tip for this. Crazy glue, I always have a problem with the lid. It either gets stuck back on there. So what I use instead is hot glue. I'll just put a dollop of hot glue on my end of my crazy glue. Stays on there great. It easily pops off and I can reuse it. So that's a nice little trick. This one's brand new, so I don't have no reason to hot glue it yet. See, like this one doesn't have a lid, is what it is. They're like one-time use. The but sometimes you don't need that much. I'm just squeezing the lid down. All right. This already has hot glue on it. I'm just going to put this right on the hot glue. Because at least it was something to stick to. And we might just have to wait a second. While we wait, I'm just going to show you what I mean. Just hot glue, and I'm just going to put it right on the tip there. And it becomes like a cap. And now I can still use it. It's not going to dry out. It's still wet. And then we're just going to glue this guy on top of there. And you get the idea of what it looks like. Great. Yeah, seriously. My grandmother, when I was a kid, there used to be the Flintstones, and there was a clumsy one on there, and it was called Schlep Rock. And my grandmother would call me Slut Rock because she would badly mispronounce things. But I'm like, nah, Slut Rock is not what I am, you know. Schlep Rock I'll accept, but Slut Rock not so much. But, you know, she didn't know what she was calling me, and I laugh when I hear or think of that story. Slut Rock. See, who would think? Alright, this is not attaching. It's almost like it's oily. See how it just slid right off? We gotta think about this one, guys. I'm gonna try one that doesn't have any glue. I'm gonna wipe this off. What else would work? E6000 would be very, that takes a day to drive. To dry. I'm opening up my new DAP because maybe my old one was just not working. All right. Or, you know, too old. I never had that problem before, so that's why I'm a little bit stumped. I'll shake it up too, just in case. All right, I'm gonna get a new wing nut and a new cup just to eliminate. Well, Susan, I don't know how you attach that wing nut to the cup, but you know, I'm working it. I'm putting this in front of the fan for a second, maybe to give it a little bit of tackiness. And let's... No, nothing. Alright, we're just going to sit there and hold it for a second, and let's see if that works. So anybody have any big plans for today? I have desperately got to do laundry because I didn't do anything yesterday. That is not sitting up at all. Any suggestions? I would assume it's the cup because that's what, like, it just is sliding on there. I'm pushing and the holding. Nothing. Alright, I give up on that. I will have to find another. In the meantime, I'm just going to hot glue that bad boy all down on there. I'm wiping it up. And I didn't see smaller wing nuts. You know, I'm thinking maybe weight issue. I'm just letting that set up for a second. I did a whole lot of hot glue, but now it looks ugly. I don't like that I can see it. But I'm going to be back in Home Depot looking around at all their adhesives. And then let's just glue them up here. I'm just putting hot glue on this part. And we're going to just stick them on down. And that is adorable, as long as it stays. Watched a pro fight last night on TV, and all my kiddos came over. So my kitchen's a mess. Although those are the best nights, aren't they? That was Friday night. It was just me and my 10-year-old, though. His friends went to go see Predator. And I'm going to turn it back up because I'm going to chit-chat for a second. They went to go see Predator, and they're 10 going on 11 years old. And at first my son was like, yeah. He's like, but is there blood and guts in it? And I'm like, well, look up the preview. He's like, well, okay, I don't want to go see it at night. I'm like, they're going to go see it at night. And he had like all these questions and stipulations about it. And then I was like, yeah, it's rated R. I am not going to let you go see that. You were already scared to go see it. It's going to be a long weekend for me if I do. So instead we went home and we stayed home and we watched, I let him pick a movie, and he ended up choosing Bruce Almighty. So we ended up watching that together. We went to the store, did all the I don't know if you just heard that. I'm in a shed and I have iguanas in a tree above me, and I really do think it's iguanas falling out of the tree, because one time I saw it, like just, like, yeah, South Florida problems. Anyway, we stayed home, watched Bruce Almighty, and made popcorn and the candies, and we had a good time with that one. So I enjoy those nights home with the kids. My older ones, they don't want to stay with me at all. Like, I can't get them to do anything. So, no, yeah, wow. I put it on my personal one in Dollar Tree. There was a crab in the store. I live 5 miles from the beach, and he was in the back of the store. Like, I have no idea how he possibly got there. And I was just so shocked when I saw it. Like, a crab in Dollar Tree? Like, okay, you don't see that every day. And is he $1? You know, that was, of course, where my mind went, because I'm not right. But anyway, those are just always, I call it Florida life. Hashtag Florida life. We have a couple of those things. Oh, yeah, see, you did see the crab. Like, I can't make this up. Like, seriously, like, this is my life. All right, let me go back to my crafting part, because I did give you guys a teaser the other day. Let me move this out of the way, and let me grab it. Pardon me. Okay. I am turning it into a haunted house. So the only thing I've done so far with this is I spray painted. If you haven't seen it, it started out as I don't even know what it was. It looked pretty. It was white and yellow, and it had some applique on it. But as soon as I saw it, the first thing I saw was it as a haunted house. Like, it has just those creepy lines about it. Although I gotta say, on the when I said it, guess what I'm going to make? Everyone guessed haunted house, but somebody said gingerbread house, and that would be adorable if I had painting skills. Because I am not going to rely on my painting skills for this bad boy. I am relying on, I bought some stuff to play with. I bought some brushed metal paints, which I don't know what they are, but I was like, okay. And I also bought some neon paints, and light up shoelaces, because there's no hole in the back on this, and I'm not handy with the tools, but there is a hole in here where it looks like it can light up. So what I'm thinking is I can go ahead and put the neon lights inside here, and with them dropping down. This way I can just turn them on and turn it off, battery operated, Velcro them in there. This is the whole thought process with it. But in the meantime, I can go ahead and start painting it. I got the neon paints to put on there. I bought lots of picks that have little things on there, like little bats and ghosts, sprigs, of course skeletons. I bought they had little army ones, so I spray painted them all white, and I figured they're going to look pretty awesome, like in balconies and hanging off of things, and so I can't wait. Went junking lately? No, I'm not allowed to go junking right now. I need to. My mother wants me to go so desperately. But part of the problem with junking, and this is what I tell my mom all the time, is I buy. I find things I like and I buy it. And the problem is, where am I putting it? Where am I putting it? So I'm trying to resolve to not go and buy anything right now. But I got to tell you, every now and again, I just get the itch and I have to go run to the thrift store. Because in my mind, I'm like, well, $20 isn't bad, but $20 is still a lot of crap that you can buy. So I'm really trying to be good, and I'm really trying to work towards a craft fair. We have one coming. I have an opportunity to do one in a beginning of October. So I have to build up inventory for that. But everything that I had is wreaths so far, so I was trying to do some different things also. I do think that the skeletons that I make would go well at a craft fair because you would have to visually see what I'm entailed. So when I go to the craft fair and like my two-headed monster, the two-headed skeleton in the chair, I can see them holding a bowl with the salsa inside of a bigger bowl of chips, and that would just be awesome for a Halloween party. But until you see that, you don't get it, and I don't have the space and the props to set up that type of photography shoot. However, at a craft fair, I think it would be a little easier for me to display that. I don't have to necessarily put the chips and the salsa in there. I could just put the bowl in a bowl for them to see what I'm referring to. So that doesn't play well in a picture. What else was there as far as junking? I always, well, I didn't even look this weekend because, again, I just couldn't justify it. Churches. I always like to go to the church yard sales or any kind of like sports. And the reason being is those are donations. Those are things that people donated to be sold. So there's no sentimental attachment to anything. If you go to a yard sale, that's something that somebody bought or somebody gave them, and when they're pricing it, they will often attach that price to that item, as opposed to what I'll just generically refer to as a church or a rummage sale, where it's stuff that they don't want to keep because if you don't buy it, then they have to store it again until the next sale. So that's my theory about those. So I usually will generally look, and my mom knows there's one specific around us that if they're having it, even if I'm on the absolutely not train, she knows that she can con me to go to that one. So she wasn't in town this weekend. I didn't look. Like I said, I wasn't even tempting myself because I'm a junkie. I will go. If I see it, it's like, ooh, can't help it. I had to take my son to a soccer game with his friends yesterday, and I was so proud of myself. So there were so many yard sale signs along the way, and not one did I stop at. I was like, no. So I was a good girl on that one. Let's see. I'm not going to bore you guys right now with the paint part of this one because I don't know what I'm doing yet. So, me doing trial and error, like you just witnessed me doing trial and error with the gumball machines, which, by the way, let's see. The one with the hot glue did set up pretty good. That's how it comes out. So that is a cute idea, and that is something that you guys can make. I think that would even work with kids. You can have them stuff the balls, that would be, and then you just glue on the pieces. It's inexpensive, adorable, and it can be personal. But you see what I mean about the whole trial and error. I tried super glue and I tried DAP glue, didn't work. Had to stick with the hot glue. Good old hot glue. But I don't want to do that with this, with you guys, because I might be dropping some bad words as I do it, because this is all completely brand new for me. So I should have fun, and I will post pictures as it goes, because again, this also isn't going to be just a, going to finish it today. This is something I'm going to be working on for a while, as I find the pieces, as I put it on, as I wait for layers to dry, that type of thing. But I thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm trying to think. Oh, I got some scarecrow hats that I want to show you for next week. I want to make. I used to go to a lot of estate sales, but I had to stop buying too many items. It's a problem. It really is. And, that saying, one man's trash is another man's treasure, it's true. I find beauty in the most unusual things, and then I want it. And then the other problem is I don't want to get rid of them. We all craft and cut. It's true. Oh, it's true. And that's why sometimes it's just better to be alone in my own little shed. And especially with trial and error, because with that gumball thing, I was being a very good girl, people. I want you to know that. I kept it clean. But so for this one, giving me that little bit of creativity to be obscene with it, and then I can just come on and show you guys some goodies. But I thank you so much for joining me. I always enjoy you guys, and I appreciate it. Kali, I hope you're having a great time. I didn't even know you were going to Colorado, and I meant to ask you about it, so I'll send you a message. I hope you're there for pleasure and not just for work. You deserve it. All right, guys, thank you much for joining me. Again, I'm Nicole with Junk and Door Couture and more. As always, I appreciate the love. Thank you. I'll be posting pictures. See you later. Love you. Bye.